Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing the first part of my answer segment for the Q&A for summer 2013. First question. Trevor, do you suffer from premature age? Only when your sister comes over. Okay, so since we got our traditional troll question out of the way, now we can get into the actual real questions. That'll be the only troll question for this video. So I wrote down 22 questions that I get asked very frequently, or just, a lot of people seem to be wondering, or just are good questions, and we'll go through as many as we can. I'm going to time it, try not to make it longer than about 15 minutes, and go from there. So the first real question we have is, what will I do when The Walking Dead ends? Will I still make videos? Well, I mean, even at this time right now, if The Walking Dead was to just get canceled, right now, just we're not doing season 4 or whatever, the show's done. Yeah, I would still make videos. I mean, I made videos before the television series started, and I'm not going to stop now. I've made over 1,000 videos. So, and not all those are Walking Dead related. Maybe about half of them would be Walking Dead related. The other half would be other things that I do. I also have a strong interest in action figures, as you can see. Mixed martial arts is a strong interest for me. I used to do videos for that. The UFC makes it difficult for people to have channels dedicated to making videos on that. They strike people's channels. They screw up people's accounts. I wish I was kidding about that. I'm not. They really do. And that's why I stopped doing mixed martial arts videos. But yeah, there are other things that I do, other television series, and there'll always be something for me to talk about, on YouTube and do videos on YouTube. It may not be 10 videos a week always. I can't, guarantee that I'm always going to be able to do 10 videos a week every week. It depends. Sometimes there's more stuff going on in the entertainment world for me to talk about. Sometimes there's not as much going on. So it depends. But in some capacity, I'll probably be doing videos for the rest of my life. Yes, I have a passion for it. I love it. I love talking about these things, and my videos that I do follow my interest. So if I'm interested in The Walking Dead that much, then I might do a lot of videos on it, which I have been for the last couple of years. I think it's the best television series of all time. The Walking Dead comic book series, yes, I do videos for that. Breaking Bad, yep. Game of Thrones, yep, but have had some trouble with that. The Red Wedding and the whole thing, didn't like that. You guys know how I feel about that who've been watching. Mob City is going to be starting this winter time. The Walking Dead returns, and Under the Dome I've been reviewing, and that's a new series. So I'll be picking up things, throughout the years as the Walking Dead eventually goes away. If it does, hopefully it'll be around for 10 or 20 years. But if it's not, yeah, I'll be just switching. My videos that I do follow my interest. So whatever I'm interested in, I'll be making videos on. There's lots of other things I could review. Movies, other shows. Another question on the list is, will I be doing a gaming channel? Will I be starting a gaming channel? That's something I could look into if The Walking Dead gets canceled in the future. Doing gaming videos. The reason why I don't do them now is because I'm so heavily focused on doing these topics. Doing gaming videos and gaming in general is something that actually does take up a lot of time. People don't realize when they're sitting there just playing video games how the clock just ticks by, and before you know it, days and weeks just go by of getting really into a game and just gaming a lot. If I was to really do gaming videos, like the Walking Dead game a lot of people have asked me for, I'd have to take a break from doing videos for an entire week or two. So in other words, I would not be able to put out any videos for probably about 2 weeks if I wanted to sit there and actually play through the entire Walking Dead game, just to do a video reviewing that game. I'd have to stop videos for 2 weeks. I'd have to be, instead of doing 20 videos, I'd have to do one reviewing the game to be able to fully play it through. So do you see how it's basically, with regards to gaming, in terms of time, it's really difficult for me to do that. But when the series eventually does end, that's something I could look into. If one of my interests becomes to play video games more, I could be making more gaming videos and do a gaming channel. Definitely. But yeah, I'd like to think if I had to take 2 weeks off from doing videos and didn't put out any videos to play the Walking Dead video game, people would like that even less. Wouldn't be something that my subscribers, I think, would like for me to do. Let me know, guys, but I don't think so. There's lots of stuff going on, and video games are just too time consuming, and I don't have the time. That brings me into another question on the list: is what is an average day in my life like? Well, as I was mentioning, time is always something that I'm restricted for. Basically, 5 days a week, I work full time. So 5 days a week, I wake up, basically, I have my coffee, breakfast, all that. I take a look online before work. I wake up a couple hours before I start work. I go through and I see, are there any topics I can do? Usually before work, I will do one video almost each work day. Maybe sometimes two. Sometimes I'll take a time off if I'm really tired or whatever. Then I'll work my 8 hours, and once I get all finished that, I'll come down at the end of the day from that, and usually chill for about an hour, chill with Jess, or I'll, maybe look at figures or whatever if she's working on her own channel or whatever is going on. And so I'll chill for about an hour or two, and then I'll get right back at it usually, and maybe work for another hour on the channel. And I do that about probably 4 or 5 days of the week. Some nights I just have to work. I'm too tired from the day, and I just take the night off. I don't make any videos. But when I'm doing, like on a normal week, when I'm doing 10 videos, that's usually the way it goes. Then on my weekends, my 2 days off, I'll work on the channel for usually about 2 hours, roughly. And then the rest of the day, I'll, cut the grass, take out the garbage, mow the lawn, maybe chill and play some video games for a couple hours, or watch movies or television shows or whatever the case may be for a bit. Try to get a little bit of exercise on the weekends, and that's pretty much it. Chill with Jess for the rest of the time. Do the laundry, stuff like that. Just, stuff around the house, and then chill for a little bit. And that's pretty much what I do, or at least what I've been doing recently since I bought the house and stuff. I've also been working on the house about 5 hours a week on the weekends, which is a lot. But there was a lot of things I had to do that the previous homeowner didn't do. So for now, that's basically how it's been. When I used to live with my parents, I would have more time in the weekends because my parents could take care of the house and cut the grass and do all that stuff. Now I got to do it all myself. And of course, Jess helps with that. She does, she helps around the house. She cleans and all that kind of stuff as well too. Does the dishes and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much what a day in my life is like. Kind of boring. I just work like crazy. That's basically it. I chill for a bit, but most of the time I'm working either on videos or on my job. Okay, so next, let's see what else we got here. Next generation consoles. This person wanted to know, am I going to be buying any of the next generation consoles? Am I going to be playing any of them? Like I said before, I don't really have time. I bought a PS3 a couple years ago, and I used to play it a lot when I first got it, but after the first 6 months of getting the PS3, I don't even use it. I have not turned it on in at least 2 months. Last time I did turn it on, I played for half an hour. And before that, it was 6 to 8 months I hadn't even used it. So I'm not going to be buying any of the next generation consoles, no. Maybe in the future, but I don't have time for video games right now, unfortunately, like I said before. Let's see. Who should direct Justice League? This is a good question. Christopher Nolan. Yeah, if he's willing to do it, I think he would be the best person to do it. Him, maybe Zack Snyder. Let's see. Who else? Josh Whedon's working on Avengers 2, so he's not a possibility. Plus, he's a lot into the humor and stuff. He's got his own style, so that was used for the Avengers. I don't think you'd want to use that for a Justice League as well. I would say Nolan. Nolan could make an epic Justice League movie for sure, absolutely. What are my thoughts on Dexter? I tried watching Dexter a few times, but I never was able to really get into it that much because it's really a dark show. It's even darker than your Walking Dead or Breaking Bad or any of these, and it's actually too dark for me. I may try it again sometime, but it's so dark I have trouble with it. Let's see. What am I interested in music? Well, I like alternative mostly, alternative and rock, and I'm not a big fan of rap. I never really have been. Some of it's okay. I don't dislike it, but I'll listen to it if it's on the radio. But in terms of what I enjoy listening to, yeah, I would say mostly alternative. Lately, I've been listening to a little bit of new style music. maybe a little bit of techno and dubstep, a little bit, not too much, but mostly alternative. My favorite band would probably be Linkin Park, Metallica, Godsmack, Disturbed, bands like that, that kind of style of music. So yeah, but I don't hate rap or anything. I do hate country though. I don't like country. That's one thing. I like rap more than country. I dislike country very much. Okay, next question. Who would I rather meet, Andrew Lincoln or Bryan Cranston? That's a good one. Those of you guys who don't know who Andrew Lincoln plays Rick in The Walking Dead. Bryan Cranston plays Walt on Breaking Bad, also Heisenberg. That's a tough one. Who would I rather meet? I mean, I'd love to meet Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead because he plays Rick, and he's so awesome at doing Rick, and his acting when Laurie was killed and everything like that was so good. Oh, I love that's what. That's a question that's like a toss-up. It's like a 50-50 because Andrew Lincoln's so great as Rick, and then Bryan Cranston. Oh man, he's got so many good scenes from Breaking Bad. Stay out of my territory and all that. Oh man, that's that's a toss-up. I can't answer that. Either one. I guess if I have to go with one, since Breaking Bad is ending this year, I'd go with Bryan Cranston. But in the future, for sure, Andrew Lincoln. So at this moment, because Breaking Bad is finishing, Bryan Cranston. But in a couple years, probably Andrew Lincoln, because we'll get a few more years out of Walking Dead with him. So yeah. Okay, what are my thoughts on Attack on Titan? I reviewed it. Check the channel for the review if you want to see it. Almost nobody saw the review. Sometimes I do reviews for stuff and just nobody watches it. So it's like, oh god damn it. So it's not worth my time. Sometimes it's a waste of time, I feel like. But Attack on Titan, I like it. It's a scary show. It's a fun anime. It's cool to watch. I think it's great. But I did drop it mostly because of everything else that's on and what I got going on in life. But if I get some extra time, I will get caught up on Attack on Titan. I do like the show. It's a really, really cool new anime. It's probably one of the best new animes I've seen in the last couple years, for sure. Okay, what's my favorite thing about YouTube? Well, my favorite thing about YouTube is that I can share my interest with people that are interested in the same thing, and and it's shrunk the world in that way. Where we can all communicate, have fun, and talk about things we enjoy. And, it's made it easier to listen to music. Downloading MP3s is like a thing of the past. Just go to YouTube and play the music, unless you want to put it on an MP3 player or something. Your all the different music videos and, clips from shows and reviews and just fun entertainment in niche areas that wouldn't be on television. Like me personally, I could never be on television, but on YouTube, by myself in a room with a web camera, where I'm surrounded by my action figures, I can reach almost 30 million people now over the course of a few years in the channel, and that's a pretty amazing thing, I think, that YouTube allows for people to do this, and that it's really cool, man. I really like that a lot, and it's one of the things I'm most proud of in my life. In addition to my accomplishments in computer science and my job and all that, I'm even more proud of my YouTube channel and what I've been able to do with that, and that I've been able to reach so many people. Like the population of the country I live in, Canada, is like 32 million, and I'm getting close to that many views on YouTube. That to me is mind-blowing. It doesn't even make sense. It's like, that many people that live in the country that I live in have seen me on a web camera talking about whatever the hell. It's a crazy thought. It's insane. So as a producer, that's my favorite thing about YouTube is the reach, the amount of people I can reach with my message and what I'm talking about and that kind of stuff. As a viewer, my favorite thing would just be the content that other people like me put out. I am a fan of watching others too sometimes, especially when it comes to figure videos and some video games and shows and stuff like that. And it's really cool to be able to tap into these channels and hear what other people are thinking about stuff. It's something that's really exciting to me because you may not have friends that are interested in exactly what it is you're interested in. So you can go on YouTube and you can see what other people out there in the world think about it. And that for me is the funnest thing. favorite thing about YouTube. Okay, I guess I'll make this one the last one since I do have things to do today, and I'll probably separate it up and do another segment for this one. Last question will be, let's pick out a good one. Here's two quick ones. Can I grow a beard? No, I can't grow a beard. Not properly. It doesn't grow in full. I just get hairs in areas, so that's why I always have to shave. And how old am I? I'm 27. And then, let's see, what is my favorite graphic novel of all time? Oh, that's a tough question, man. That is tough. Probably Watchmen. In addition, well, maybe Watchmen. There's also some of my favorites. Kingdom Come, Justice. Oh man, those are so. Alex Ross, I'm a big fan of his artwork. It's just amazing, his artwork. The New 52 Justice League has been really good. The trades for that have been awesome. New X-Men I really liked a lot. Grant Morrison's run on New X-Men was amazing. That was just a big X-Men time around then. Let's see. I mean, there's so many. Some of the Batman stuff, your Dark Knight Returns, these types of books, trades. Awesome. The Walking Dead trades, probably one of my favorites could be one of the Walking Dead trades, like Made to Suffer. Oh, Made to Suffer. That's too tough of a question. I can't just narrow it down to one. I'd have to think about it for hours and be like, okay, I like Watchmen because of this. I like Made to Suffer and these others because... Okay, I'll just say The Walking Dead, Made to Suffer, favorite trade ever. That or Watchmen. Okay, that'll wrap it up for the Q&A segment, part 1. I'll probably do a part 3 part 2, part 3, maybe a part 4 with some of the other questions, depending on how many people are interested in hearing my answers for these. So, anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.